Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a video I haven't really done in a while because I haven't gotten the chance to sit down and actually do this thing, but I am doing a writing update for all of you. It's been maybe a month or two since my last writing update because I have been working a lot. As you may know from other videos, I've mentioned that I work a lot at home, and when I get the days off I just want to sit and relax and do nothing. So recently I've been editing a lot and going through the printed out manuscript, which is right there, and I've been trying to hand edit it and figure out what I want to take out, what I want to put in, and everything. And so this is a little bit of a me talking about it because honestly this is just what it is. As I said, I'm in the editing stages and the revising stages of this novel process, and there have been a lot of ideas that I have gotten while writing or editing this thing, and I had an epiphany yesterday and I'm freaking out on the inside because I absolutely love this idea that I came up with that I'm going to try and incorporate. But the thing is, I don't want it to be too much of an issue for me to put it in there. There's already a lot going on in this story that I don't want readers to get lost. I don't want them to feel confused. So I'm just trying to add in the best plot scenarios and plot twists that I can without it being confusing. So there's this one part that I want to add, but I don't know whether to add it in this book or if I decide to write a second book, if I want to put it in there. But it's a thing. So I have been editing a lot, as I said, and it's gotten to the point where I'm almost done. I got halfway through maybe a few days ago, and I don't know what page I'm on, but I am super excited about it. I'm excited to go back into the document. I'm excited to just put in all these changes and make it longer, make it more polished, clean, and everything for my second edit around, and it's going to be pretty cool if I do say so myself. So at this point I haven't sent it to anyone because A, it's not finished. It's not finished at all. I know that only my eyes could see it right now because it's a hot mess, and only I could fix it if it's a hot mess. And I know that there are other people who want to read it. I have mentioned it to my dad a lot. My dad's my biggest supporter in writing this, and he's like, so when can my eyes see it? And I said, when I actually get it polished and ready for the process of actually going through and finding a literary agent and all that stuff. And I want my dad to read it, but at the same time I don't want him to read it because I don't want him to be like, oh my god, my daughter wrote this really cringy book. I don't want him to be like, oh my god, she wrote this really cringy book. I mean, I know my dad wouldn't say that, but it's that's the fear that I have sometimes when I am writing. I'm like, okay, are people gonna think this is cringy? Are people gonna hate this part? I don't know. And fear of not knowing is weird. Just saying. I also have mentioned this to my best friend Kayla. I had pictures of her here, but they all fell down. Another story for another time. And I've mentioned this to her a few times, and I want her to read it, but I don't know if she's going to read it. So Kayla, if you're watching, shout out to you, and I want you to read this thing when it's done. But I've already started thinking about who I want to dedicate this book to, who I want to mention in my acknowledgments and all of this stuff. And even though I'm not done, and I just kind of want to put the acknowledgement pages in and dedication pages in, so that way I could just have those people know that, hey, I'm dedicating this book to you because you were a big influence in my life and to start this thing. But speaking of this book, it's been almost a year since I started it. I started this, I think, on August 16th or 18th, and it's been almost a year and I'm in the editing stages of it, which is really surprising because I thought that it would take me longer than a year to actually write this thing because of all of the school that I had been going through and all of the work that I've been doing. And I'm glad that I actually get a chance to sit down sometimes and actually write because it gives me a chance to be something and do something with my time instead of just sitting in front of my TV and watching mindlessly, or like even reading sometimes. Like sometimes I feel like reading isn't productive for me. So I'm like, if I edit, if I write, if I do something, it's being more productive than sitting on my butt and actually like doing nothing. So normally around this time in the video, I'd probably share a song from my writing playlist. I will in a second. I promise. I don't know if you, like, there are some questions that people may ask, like, what Hogwarts house is your character in, or your main characters in. And, like, I don't know. My main character, she is probably a Ravenclaw like me. Like, I kind of modeled her after myself in a way. Um, Not just because I'm the one writing her perspective, it's because I, I know, like, what I like and what I don't like. So if I write about her, like, if it's from my perspective, then it's fine. She likes to read. She likes school. She's really smart, sensible. She basically, she's very witty sometimes. Me. And then we have her, like, counterpart, like, her best friend, and her best friend's, like, the Hufflepuff. So, I said my character's a Ravenclaw, right? So, one of her best friends is, two of her best friends, they're both Hufflepuffs, I think, because they're both caring. They both care about her a lot, and they both understand her, and yeah. The male protagonist, I would have to say he's a mixture of Gryffindor and Slytherin, just because he acts like a douchebag sometimes, and then he's nice and acts, and he's brave, but he's also very cunning, like that. He's a mixture of, he's like a Slytherin, or whatever that is, or Slytherin, that's what it is. He's like a Slytherin. He's like a mixture of both. And then there's another character, I would say he's more of like a Gryffindor. And there's a lot of characters. Getting back to editing. Throughout my editing process, I have actually opened up a new document in my Google Drive, and I have put in stuff that I want to change, I want to take out, that I want to stay the same, that I want to embellish a little bit more. Like, I have characters who I want their relationship to stay the same, like best friends, like with witty banter, or like something along the lines of that. I kind of just kept them all in the same, like, documents. That way I could keep track and figure out what I want to keep and what I want to change and take out and add for future reference. Like that idea I was talking about, I put that in that document so that way I know what I'm talking about when it happens. It's a good way for me to keep track of what I want to keep and what I want to take out, along with the small edits that I have been making in the binder of my story, which is, again, right over there. Okay, so we're going on to a song from my writing playlist. I have been constantly adding to this playlist, surprisingly, because I've been finding songs that I just think fit my characters and fit my storyline so well, that I just kind of am like, I'm gonna keep on adding, because why not? Alright guys, so that was my writing update and editing update of June 2016. Did I say June 2016? I meant June 2017. It's already halfway into the year and I'm already still thinking it's 2016. Anyway, my name's Olivia, you're on Bookish Brickers, my channel. I hope to see you soon in another video.